Greetings YouTube, it's Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back on Judith Plains, Montana. Basically picking up where we left off from the last one. If you didn't see the last one, go back and watch it. We did a ton of plow work, creating field work down in the southwest area down there. So we've got some massive fields down there now. You can kind of see the dark purple line. All of this is one big field. We've got a nice size field right there. We've got a nice size big field right there now. So yeah, we're kind of in the mode of expanding the fields. And now we're up here. We're gonna merge these in with this one and make this a nice size field. So let's get to it. So I've got to kind of extend this one. Say allow create field on. I'm gonna try to keep it straight here. It's over just maybe like a furrow. We want our edges to match up, so. And Nathan, thank you for subscribing. Just got a notification that Nathan, I won't give you full name, but Nathan subscribed over on the YouTube. If you haven't subscribed over on YouTube, make sure you do. You'll see these videos and a lot of other exclusive videos that are only done on YouTube. So yeah, you'll see a lot of the fun videos. Oh, I'm out of the border. Move over. You'll see a lot of the fun videos over there on YouTube. And they're typically shorter. They're, you know, when they're not live, they're recorded live, but they're not recorded live in front of a studio audience. Let's put it that way. Try to curve this in here. Yeah. Didn't do that real well, did I? Oh, there we go. A little bit of that. I think that'll work. Let me go fix this little blemish down here. Okay. So we've got this corner connected there. Let me go connect this corner down here, and then all I have to do is plow out the in-between. Basically just trying to get all the fields closed up into the one big field that they are going to be. And it looks like it's going to rain at some point. You know what I didn't do? I didn't turn my thermostat down. I went and got another drink, but I forgot to turn my thermostat down. Oh well. I can do that later, I guess. Actually, it looks like that side over there is more over. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe they line up. I do have to connect this down here, don't I? Yep, this is another field. Now, these do not line up. This field does not line up at all, because it looks like it's kind of weird. And you know what? I think all the edges of this field are kind of not straight. Even the east side of it over here. So the south side, you can see how it kind of steps down here. There's another furrow outside. There's another furrow outside. May just leave that alone. I'm getting a phone call. Who is that? I don't know who that is. That's a 1-800 number, so it's probably a telemarketer. Yay! Those are always fun. Yeah, see this side's not straight either because of the highway, so I'm just gonna leave them sides alone. Leave those edges alone. It works alright as it is. So I've got that all closed off there, so we're done there. I'll come back and plow out the centers. Let me check this here real quick. Okay. That's something I'll deal with later. I've got a package coming in. I guess they don't know where I live or something. I don't know. That's something weird. I'll have to give them a call back. At some point in the future. Not right now. We're farming right now. So. This field is okay. Can't really expand it unless we wanted to expand it down there on the like the creek bank, which for right now I don't think so. These two fields here can be. Still gotta come get the cotton bales out of this. I'm gonna wait and sell these next year. We weren't really hurting for money, so I'm gonna come and pick these up. I did buy the truck to load these on the trailer with, so we'll come back and pick these up, and I'll probably store them over there where I've been taking them. This right over there behind the warehouse over there. Get these fields merged together though. Yeah, let me do it from this way. Looks like this one's over a little more. Yeah. I'm probably going to expand this over, because that didn't really line up all that well anyway. I'm going to come back and bring that over one furrow. Try to get it locked in here. So yeah, I could tie this in with these areas. A lot of these areas down here south of these fields were trees, like little forest areas. So yeah, you can see where the trees stood right here. Could just do separate fields down here. I know there's grass fields over here on the other sides of the creek. So these fields right here, these are grass. Ah, there's a save. These are in grass. These are not. So I could do more grass down here, or could expand these fields maybe down. Bring that one down into that one, and then bring this one down into there. We don't own these yet though, so I've got these same kind of areas like that over here, where there was some trees there and then trees there. Now this over here, I've got this kind of lined out to line up with these fields. Wonder how well these line up. Because they're not too bad of a slope. One of those where I can't really lock in the GPS on it either. Gonna have to do it all manually here. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's do it. Uh-oh. I hear the rain. Let me finish this. I've already started this. Literally just started raining when I started plowing. You know what? I can make this straight down here. Walking in on 90. Hope I can get this little bit of a furrow here. And yeah, I'll fast time through the rain when we get there. Yeah, I probably should have lined this up a little better. I may come back down through here with the perfect edge. Don't want to get too close to the creek or these trees, so let me move it up. And maybe make it right there. Alright, now I gotta see where the field is up here. Let me, say what, let me run the perfect edge down through there real quick. Switch over to the keyboard. Come back out, come back down and curve this back around here, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. Shave some extra off of that. Fast time through this little storm that we've got going here. Little rain cloud, storm cloud. No, go away, rain. All right. I may just take it on from there. Let me do the rest of this from up here. Think that'll work. Now let me just take that extra furrow out up there. Again, I'll come back, plow these areas out. As soon as we get all the fields closed up here. This to turn there. Actually, that looks okay. I'm happy with that. That'll work. Alright, so we've got that one done. Now, I think there's an edge down here on this one that had a big tree in it that I need to plow out. Morning, Big Al. How's it going? And actually, if this does have the same kind of former tree area down here. So we could expand this field down here. Try to line this out here maybe. I have to take this one tree out down here. Uh-oh. It's not working. Is it doing that thing again? Yep, it's doing that thing again. I don't know if it's just because I've been playing too long or what. I don't know. Not letting me cut though. I can't even rev the chainsaw up. Turn my flashlight on. Starting to wonder what the deal is there. Well, I guess I will need to get that tree gone. I guess I will save the game and reload it. I don't know what that is, unless it's one of my hotkey bindings that I've got programmed over here. I might need to look into that. Doesn't hurt to save it. We'll go back it. I gotta open a new drink anyway. Might take a while to load since we created so much. Since we plowed up so much prairie land. It's all my in-game maps. There's the Alma map. John's back to playing Alma. I saw that. It's not the new Alma. I don't think the new Alma's out yet. I did see where Welkers was out. If you guys are on console, you might enjoy the Welkers map. It's pretty much rectangular fields and you can plow. I think you can still plow a lot of them together. I haven't looked at it for 25 yet, so I'm assuming you can. We did that. I know John played that map. It's been a while back. Gosh, when did Welkers first come out? Was it 17 that it came out on? I think. You can plow a lot of those fields together. Got a lot of big fields over there. If it's the same as it was. If you like the big open fields, Welkers is probably a map for you then. Yep, it's gotta load in all those new fields down there. It's thinking about it. So how's everybody doing? How's the weather? Is it hot where you're at too? It's so hot here. It's supposed to be worse this weekend. Compiling shaders. That might take a second. Say done. Say done. Yay. Alright. Should be able to just go back to that tractor over there. Actually, it's not too far from here. This is the farmer's market up here. There it is. Now let's see if we can cut this tree. Yep, I can cut it now. I don't know what that is. I don't. I'm wondering if it's one of these like key bindings that I've got set up on my Stream Deck thing over here. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright, I'll bring this up here for later, so I don't forget about it. Could put it on the railroad track and let the train hit it, but no, don't do that. That's never a good thing. You could cause serious injury or death if you lay a tree on the train tracks. Don't ever do that. Yeah, we're supposed to have some cooler weather at some point. I think it's late next week. We're supposed to get a little bit of a break from the temperatures as they are right now, which is basically it's like a sauna out there. But yeah, it's supposed to be a little cool down there. It's not a permanent cool down. It's supposed to be hot, I think, for really like the whole rest of the month, and then we'll see what September holds. And I know a lot of people get their fall weather. I gotta turn on the crate field. A lot of people get their fall weather in September. We don't. We usually start getting our fall temperatures mid-October. It's usually like the second or third week of October when we start getting our really cooler temperatures, and that's when the leaves, start either changing colors or falling. Really feels like fall then. Alright, let me go. I think I still gotta close up this side. So yeah, here's where the big tree was. There was a big tree like right in this little dip right here. Let me connect all this together. And then we get to move over to the fun field. I'm ready. I've been ready for the fun field for a while. For the big field. It's gonna be fun. Turn, tractor, turn. Uh-oh. It's a little uneven right there. I may have to completely redo that. So the edge of that field. Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely redo that. I'm gonna have to bring some, put some grass in and redo this whole field right there, at least on that corner. So let's redo this here. think I can work with that. Get rid of this little bit right here. Because most likely the field will not come over that far. Okay. Yeah, we get rain here that kind of cools it off a little, but most of the time we get rain here and then it just makes it more humid. Like it might cool it off a little bit, like for maybe maybe a minute, and then basically it makes it more humid. That's all it is. Literally like sitting inside nature's sauna. I think I'm going to cut that tree too. Yeah. I'll come back and cut it. Alright, so we've got that done now. Let's go back and take a look at that real quick. Looks pretty good to me. On a little bit of a slope, but you know what? Some fields are. Let's see. There. Good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. I'll always remember that scene from Heavyweights. Did you eat your Wheaties this morning, Philip? Thank God you ate your Wheaties. Where did I put that other tree? Ah. Right here. Okay. Hoping that won't be too big of an issue, that little dip there. Could come in and landscape that a little bit. Maybe do some leveling from here to over there. And then smooth the edge that slopes down this way. Yeah, we'll see if it works like it is now. I'm hoping it will. And keep the natural effects of the land where possible. I will come back and plow that. Plow all this down to there. You're making the fields bigger. Alright, so we talked about this a few episodes ago. Came in and did the perfect edge on this right here so I know where to plow. Basically, I'm plowing straight that way. Oh, this saves. Lock it in into 90. And we'll watch it to make sure we stay straight. And we are not straight. Right away, right out of the gate, we're not straight. Gotta stay straight. And we're not straight. Not a big deal to go back and do it again. You just back it up and re-engage the EV GPS. So happy y'all turned me on to that though, because you can't use the in-game GPS on anything that's not already a field. And this is not already a field. We are creating the field now. Oop. Now this should line up with this down here. We can make some fine-tune adjustments to it though. Lines up with that. Kinda. Looking good. Don't hit the fertilizer. Don't hit the fertilizer. I think we got off a furrow. Yep. Don't hit the fertilizer. Go under the tank. Oh. I think we're okay. Turn it, gotta curve it. Curve it, tease it, go. Yay, we did it. We might have scratched our fert tank over there though. Alright, let's see how straight. This edge, I think I'm gonna have to do a little grass edge on this because this is like right up against the highway here. Look at how close. Very, very, very close. I think we need a little bit more of an edge there. And actually the highway it comes out. Kind of bows out up here. I may need to do an edge from up here and go down south. Yeah, because this is really close up here. Look how close this is. So let me do that. Let me do the edge. Start it up here. Yeah, I'll start it up here. Decent size edge there. Away from the power poles there. Telephone poles, power poles, whatever you call them. Where you're from. A little bit. Yeah, just going across there. And I'm probably gonna square that off there. I may not even curve that around. Yeah, that kind of goes out there too. Maybe I should make my brush size a little smaller right in through here. Whoop. Didn't mean to go that far down. Alright, I think that'll work. So now let me bring that back up. And then finish out this side. Do a little touch up there. I'm probably going to do a little bit of grass on this edge here too, so I'll just do that right there, and then I think I got all this down here. Come back and close that up there. And maybe do a little bit of touch up right there. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay. We go fix this little blip down here. Might be able to do it just from right here since I'm just going to square it off. Let me just move this tractor. This thing's been in the way. I left it here after I fertilized one time. See, what had happened was... Got it. That's all it took, just that little bit. Alright, got that all closed up there. Got this closed up, nice straight edge. Now this other highway, it kind of bows out too, so probably gonna have to do a little bit of a grass edge over here. Kind of like I just did over here. Let me see which way it bows. Yeah, see down that way it kind of bows to the left. So I'd say I need to start at this end and work my way down. kind of veers this way. But it's pretty straight up through here, so if I can do the grass edge here just a little bit. Do the right menu. Alright, so we want to do another perfect edge of grass. And probably do, which size did we use down there? Probably something like that. We don't need it to be super small, but we don't need it to be super big either. I'd say that one right there should do it. Alright. Switching to the mouse and the keyboard. Just a little edge on there. You should see when the highway bows down there. I think it's already bowed down there, maybe. Oh, there it goes. You can see it bowing now. I'll have to come back. Yep, gonna have to change the size of that. Actually, I don't really need to do any more. Just need to make a little touch up there. What is that? Is that just standard gravel? No, that's something else. Might be that one right there, maybe. Forest stones? No, it's not that. Forest roots? Nope. Grass cut. Grass dry. There's so many different ones. Grass dirt. I don't even know which one it is. If they would come closer to grass dirt, maybe. Nope. Not that one. Grass moss, maybe? Nope, not that one. Well, it's not gravel. Not small gravel. Gravel coast. Don't think it's that. No, it's not that. Gravel stone. Moss pebbles. Moss rocks. Maybe it's moss rocks. No, not quite that. I'm getting closer though. I don't think it's mountain rock. Mm. It's moss pebbles. Moss stone. Moss rocks. Moss pebbles. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Thank you, Jeff. It is moss pebbles. Bonnie, my cocoa pebbles. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Gotta have my pops. Honey bunches of oats. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm gonna go down the entire list of cereal jingles because that's what I know. Uh-oh. I hear a fire truck. Alright, that'll do. That'll work. Alright, let's close up the north end here. So we got a little bit of an edge there. I'll come back and do a little grass in there. Moss pebbles. You gotta remember that. I know that the roads like inside the farms are gravel. Just gotta remember moss pebbles for the edges. One. Oop. Two. Maybe one more. there's 3. So now I think I've got 1 more on the west end, on the far west end to close up. Then I'll double check that southwest end, make sure it's good. Yeehaw! Jumping over straw rows. Might straighten this west edge up too, because it's, if I remember right, it's a little crooked. Look at it. Yeah, see, it's not straight. I think I'm just gonna do perfect edge on the back side of that shed there. Just straighten it. It's just right there that it kind of curves out. I think this is straight through here. And then we gotta go through here. I may try to curve that a little bit. Okay. That closed. Plow out all the center parts there. Let me double check this corner down here. Yeah, I think we go straight from here. Could make this a separate field down here. I know we extended the fields over there, but we've got a couple of little areas here that we could technically put something in. And we could just come in and do the grass. Just do like prairie grass or something. There's quite a bit here. I really want to keep that field edge, you know, as straight as I can. Just so it kind of lines up with these other fields. Alright, so we've got that field done now. Go to growth. So this is a new field here. Just Got to come back and plow out the center, plow that out, plow this bottom part out there, plow all this out. We've got that pretty much straight. You know what? I do need to go through there. Go back and plow that. Okay. This little bit right here. Alright, we got that. That closed. Got these closed. Got that in closed. So now just to plow out the center parts there. And then plow out this big chunk down here where the trees were. And then we've got that one closed. Closed. So we just got to plow that out. We're getting close to having these fields to where we want them. All right, now we got to come over here and get this one ready. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I don't... The only mod that I've got that has anything to do with landscaping or anything is the Perfect Edge mod and the Paint Anywhere mod, I think. I don't think I have any other mods. You know, it could be something else totally unrelated to it or something, but... This is going to be a huge field. Looking forward to it. I think I'll do some edge on this field too. Mossy pebbles. Gotta remember that. Moss pebbles. Okay. Yeah, the smart track, this setup right here, and it goes the same with the case version. Basically, it doesn't like the AI side. You're exactly right. We tried putting it on a planner, and it did not work out. So basically, what we use this smart track for now, or the half track as we call it, um, basically it's just used for plowing now. It does okay as long as it's not something that hooks up that's trailed to the 3-point hitch, because a lot of that stuff is going to come in and bump the tracks. This plow does not. This plow is actually fixed to the 3-point hitch, so the tracks never bump the implement. It does okay. I can hire it out too. It does just fine with the AI. Alright, got that closed. I gotta finish going around the old barn over here. Probably should remove that tree. I could see that causing problems in the future. Get this up in the yard up here. I'll come back and get it later. It looks like all of this is pretty much ready. Already closed this up down here, I think. Yep, that's already done. Or is it? You know what? It's not completely done. Because you know what? I had a crop in there. That's why it's not completely done. It looks like it's a furrow over too. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes eyeballing that and then actually going and seeing it. Yeah, that looks okay. Let me go merge this down here. And I can't remove any trees off of this border because Can you see it? There's a rock border back there. So I can't really... I can do a perfect edge on this side here if I want to, and I may do that in the future, but I can't cut any trees because of that right there. There's actually a tree growing inside the rock. Wow, look at that. So, yeah, we can't move the rock. Cliff, really. Can't do a lot with that. I would say we could take a few of these trees off the edge here. But where the rock sits, it's kind of over there. So if I do anything at all, it'll probably be removing a few of those trees and then just doing like a little perfect edge grass on the side here. Yeah, we'll do it as it is, and then if it's becomes a problem or something like that, we may change that in the future. Gonna be a sharp curve though. Great, got that. Alright, so then all we gotta do is plow out this center here. Let me merge the south ends of these together. Close them up. And then I think that's going to be it. We can't plow a whole lot down there. The other fields that we own, because we do not own the southeast territory. We don't own any of that common ground, plains land, whatever you want to call it. We don't own any of that. That is $8.6 million, I think. So maybe the next time around. Got a lot of trees still to clear down south. And then we will have a big soybean surplus to sell come June. Close this up here. It's going to be off. Looks like maybe a furrow, so I'll go across with it. Now I got off one. Alright, got that one done. Is that it? I think we're done. I think we're done plowing fields together. Got all that closed up now. And again, we don't own any of this down here. Got all those closed up. All this over here. Let's go down there and take a look. Wonder, do I have a tractor already down there? Or where is our red tractor at? Whoops, that's not the button. There's the cotton truck. There's the 9RT. I don't see it. It may be up here somewhere. You know what? It might be on the roller somewhere. That ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah, I'll just take the New Holland down there. Ah! Road signs. No. Got a lot of plowing to do before we start planting. And the thing is like I can't hire this part out. This part I will have to do manually. Have to use the EV GPS and probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. Plowing, just plowing and plowing and plowing. I think this field, this big field, this nice big field would be the easiest one probably to do, so I may start over here when the time comes. When I get done doing what I'm doing. I may start over here on this field and then just kind of work my way around. We've got an alfalfa field over here. And then we've got clover fields over here. These do not change. Sometimes you'll get like a cultivating contract on them and then they'll change. But I've done cultivating contracts on these fields and they have not changed. These two fields have been replanted in clover over and over and over. So yeah, Jeff, there's that other kind of down. If you go back through this farm, see it kind of goes down, starts right about in there. You got to remove the trees, but it's like a perfect little, like a gully kind of thing. But it's smooth enough you could turn it into a road if you wanted to. Oh, they did plow this. I'm shocked at this. This has been a grass field forever. So this is not in grass anymore. Unless they, Huh. I'm shocked at that. I kind of want a fast time to see what they're going to plant there. But a lot of these areas can't be merged together. A lot of signs on these roads. Got the billboard there. I mean, we could hide that billboard if we wanted to, but the signs are still there. And then we got signs down here. This road actually connects to the highway over there with the bridge. So I'd probably just want to keep this road anyway. Probably remove that tree. Probably remove this tree. Now this is where I am very very curious. Can I put a road through here? The thing is like there's a cliff here. And it is straight down. But if I could connect it, I was gonna say if I could connect it with that road, I could do that. But now this is all gonna be plowed together, so yeah, we'll find another way. There are other ways. I think it's just too steep right there. There's a thing you can do with the landscaping that's like a slope. I've never had really any good luck with that. And it costs a fortune to do. So, yeah, this is going to take some time and work up here. Don't know if we can merge any of these together. Let's see if there's a sign over here. Yep, there's a sign right there. Road closed. So that answers my question. What you could only do is merge these two and maybe expand it this way a little bit. This is where you were talking about, Jeff, I think over here south of 55. I came across this area too. There's like a little down area down here. It goes at an angle. I think it starts over here. So there's plenty of grass down here. We could expand this out and connect with that one a little easier, a little better. Make it one big field merged together. We do have this, the edges of this map. I know that this area, so like here's like an area where you can go down. It does go a little steeper down this way. I know that's like this on the other side of the map, on the east side over there. You have these little like, it almost looks like, you know, the areas where they have power lines going through the woods or something. And it's just grass, but there's no power lines through here. But it's kind of an open area of grass, so you could technically make this a road there if you wanted to. There's another area. If you clear the trees, you could go down through here, and it's not as steep of a slope. You'd have to clear these trees out though. See how it's not steep? I'm not right in the middle of it, but clear these trees out. So the road would be like right there where this whole thing of trees is, and I'm already stuck. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I got this plow on the back. But yeah, you clear these trees out, you can make a little road that goes down right there, and it could connect down to that other field, I guess. So we got oats in this field. That's not a bad crop. We got alfalfa there. That looks like it's empty. And then we own these two. That was grass, so I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to plant there. And then we got clover there, and then we own the rest. Right up in here. I think I want to go ahead and buy this field. Fully fertilized. There's no weeds in it currently. I'm going to go ahead and buy this one. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, wait. Did I already buy it? Maybe I already bought it. Oh, I already bought it. Never mind. Never mind. It's ours. Oh, yeah. I bought the alfalfa field, too. Where am I this morning? So, yeah. You can plow these two together. You can plow all of these together. So, I might pick up this open lot here. We can get that and start working on this at some point here. This one's empty right now, so I'll just go ahead and pick that one up. So we own all those fields now. And then can't really merge any of these together. There's signs all over the place up here. You might could do those two, but I mean, put that plow on a truck. Oh yeah, I've seen people do that. You know what I have seen people do? I've seen people take a semi truck and then a low loader, and they'll put their combine on the low loader, and then they'll lock it down on the low loader. They'll lower the header, turn it on, and then they'll pull the truck through the fields and harvest their fields with the combine running on the low loader. I thought that was something. That took a little bit of thinking right there, a little bit of redneck ingenuity. But somebody figured out the hack to where you could put on like the 19.2 meter header and hook it up to your truck, and you can go. What's the speed on the trucks now? What's the new one out of the Plains and Prairie? Goes 57, I think. Or you could get a modded one that goes faster than that. So yeah, you could harvest your field at record speed, I guess. Not sure how the yield loss would be on that, but yeah, that's something. See Discord. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, I've seen that. I know John's looking at it right now, but I've seen that in some like TikTok reels or something, Facebook reels maybe. Alright, I think it's time to buy these farms. The last farms. So this is a nice farm. It's kind of got the I don't know what color green that is. Maybe like a hunter green or something. Kind of scheme going on to it. Color scheme, color theme. So to buy that farm, not the gas station, but that farm right there. Maybe I should go with a farmland. There we go. So to buy that farm is 442,000. So we need extra storage space for our crops. We just about ran out of space for soybeans. We only had about 400,000 free for the areas that we're storing the beans in. So, but we're going to need more for wheat. We're going to need more for all the extra crops because we are going to buy the flour mill. All right, so let's buy that one. All right, and then we're going to buy. Where's it at? Somewhere over here. There it is. We're going to buy this farm. This one's 500. Okay, and then eventually, you know, we'll buy the Southeast Territory. You're going to have a lot of fun with that because there's a ton of trees down there. We got the individual forests that we can work with. And then we got all the areas like around the sawmill and stuff like that. Hey, look, there's a cotton field down there. And we haven't planted any cotton. I may buy that. Let me take a look at that. It's got weeds in it. Wonder if there's a contract on that. Maybe there's a hoeing contract on that. Was that field 1? Field 51. Keep pressing the button. Ah, that's not the right one. That's 12. Come on, show me the money. Bale wrapping. I'm waiting on it. More bale wrapping. Guess we could just buy it and take our own hoe down there and get it done. Well, that sounds wrong. Take our own rotary hoe to remove the weeds from the new field. That's... Oops. Whoops. Yeah, I may do that. Because it is not popping up. How much is that field? That one's already been harvested. Is that the only... Those are the 2 fields that we own. Yeah, that's the only cotton field. So if we're going to do more cotton, it's going to have to be that one. That one is 769. Yeah, I say we just go ahead and get it. It's time to start buying some of the fields down there in the southeast quadrant. Probably gonna start picking up some of these around this area since we already own that territory up there. And we've already kind of started buying fields down here in the southeast. I'll be honest, we've got that field, we've got that field, we've got the biggest field that we bought kind of early on. Once they planted that thing in soybeans, man, I was working contracts left and right. So, all right, we bought that field. So, let me take my hoe down there. Find a tractor to run it on. Hey, look, there's one. Where's this at? Is this down there already? This is. We're kind of close. Got to cross the river. One thing that I do kind of want to get to is when we buy this southeast territory, I got a bridge pack out of the mod hub. I'm going to put in another bridge down there on the far east end, because having to come backtrack this way to go, literally you have to go through Hobson to get to any of those fields down there. And now that we own the Copper Creek farm, yeah, we're going to want to put in our own bridge. So that's going to be fun to build. And we've got 3 days to get the stuff plowed, so I'm going to work on that. Would they put clover in this big field? Guess we could buy some clover fields. Actually, there's okay money in just clover. It's just, I think the peak price is just shy of silage. I think you can get it for around 180 if you wait till the right time. So we own the last farms on the map. So we've got the storage for days. We've got the additional corn dryers if we want to start using them. I'm going to take a look at that. I think the Copper Creek farm might be... I'm going to look and see what we can do there, because we would definitely want to put in the refineries there. So field 1, that's actually the field that John started with over on his map. Field 1. Is he still doing them in order? I know that he started, he was playing it like, okay, we'll do field 1, and then he bought field 2, then he bought field 3, 4, 5, and so on. Is he still trying to do them in order? Or did he get it fixed? I know somebody said he was having issues or something with it. Like server issues. I'm gonna change that. Working direction. Not that. Not that. I need to do... What would that be? 90? Yeah, 90. I'm just gonna have him run 90 degrees. And I may do 2 inroads. Yeah, I'll do that. Still going in order? Cool. It would be a challenge. Do them all in order. Alright, I think he's good to go. I'll leave him be. And I'm gonna go grab, I guess I'll work down here in the southwest down here. You know what? I kind of want to find our red tractor. We've got a red tractor with a plow on it down there. Is that it? You know what? It is this. It's this tractor that I had been using, but we now have the Magnum with the tracks, so I can swap these out. Actually, it makes sense because if we buy the spinnery, we would probably want to do cotton down here. That way we'd have less of a drive. Now I just gotta find the red tractor. I don't know. I don't remember what I did with it. It's somewhere out there. Where's the last place I planted clover at? The northeast is where I planted it. So up there north of the blue farm. I bet that's where it's at. I bet it's one of these. Well, it's either that one or that one. I don't know which one it is because the pictures are the same. One of them's got duals in the back. One of them's got tracks in the back. I'll grab that. What are these other fields out here? What's that? Hey, there's another oat field. Look at that. Fully fertilized. Doesn't need weeding. Ooh. How much is that? $8.57. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. Yay. We spent more money. Yay. With great power comes great responsibility. I've got a lot of money in my pocket and I don't have the power to keep it from burning a hole in the pocket. But we'll have these nice big fields to merge together at some point in the future. Not to mention we'll have the great big fields to harvest. Did we buy this southeast territory? We can clear those trees out right next to the bridge here. I think we can clear those trees over there. That's not like a separate forest area. I think that comes with the territory. So this area right here. Yeah, that's part of the territory. Another big forest area there. Kind of curious. I wanna go to April to see what else they plant, because April's kind of the big month, you know, for planting. But I know I've got a lot of plowing to do before I can get started on planting. And the fields really probably need to be finished before we get the planters rolling. And there's a lot of plowing to do. To your right, more plowing. To your left, more plowing. To your farther left, more plowing. To your even farther right, more plowing. Oh no. Gonna be plowing the world, but think about it. When we get these fields done, they'll be done. They'll be ready to go. We can plant whatever we want in them and then just hire the worker out in them. Even if we were running like course play or auto drive, just having the larger field sizes is way more efficient. Way more, it's not only more efficient, but it's more, what's the right word? It's along the lines of efficient, but it's more economical. Is that the word? Spend money to make money? And invest in the land? Like Delmar said on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? They asked him what he was going to do with his share of the treasure, the money that oh, what was the main guy's name? Pete, Delmar, Everett. Everett was the main guy. So he told him that he had a whole big treasure, money, you know, and stuff, and so they asked Delmar what he was going to do with his share. He said, "I'm going to buy back the family farm." He said, "You ain't no kind of man if you ain't got land." Am I breaking my game? Look at that. Look at that horizon. That's weird. I might be breaking the map. That's what we do, though. If you haven't broken a map in Farm Sim, you haven't really played Farm Sim. Alright, let me go get... It's got to be one of these. Not that one. Gotta be this one back here. This has got the roller on it. And that roller has shifted. Optimized to make the best use of time and resources. Yep. And that's it. Kind of curious if they're going to put clover back in this field. It's been in clover for quite some time. So I think it's safe to say that I will not have to pick up soybean straw anymore. We've got enough soybeans to sell that we're going to make another small fortune with those. We've got enough trees that we will be turning into wood chips. We'll make a pretty significant fortune with those. We'll have corn, so we will have dried corn and stuff. We're gonna buy the other productions minus the ethanol plant. We won't be buying that one. So the flour mill, spinnery, and then whatever productions are left, I guess. We may add some in there. Oh. Left found himself, looks like a wheel. In his disc harrow there. That's bad. I bet it's stuck in there too. I bet it's in there real good. Kind of one of those things you need a big sledgehammer to knock out. Take it apart. I'm just gonna pull this right in through here. Grab the plow and then get busy. What I may have to do, I may have to come in and cultivate these fields. Because I haven't fertilized any of the fields that we already owned. And they're going to be broken up. Because we merge a lot together. And then we created a lot. Is that a landmine? I thought that was a wheel. It looks like a... I'm guessing that's not here. That's somewhere over there. I thought that was like a carriage wheel or a wheel off like maybe the back of the harrow or something. That's a landmine. That's not good. I do not recommend knocking that out with a sledgehammer. So do not attempt. What you need to do is walk away very, very slowly. Maybe go get a change of drawers. And yeah, just leave that there. Yeah, I would say I'm just assuming, is that like maybe in the Ukraine? Do it for science. Hit it with the sledgehammer for science. Yeah, you guys go ahead and hit that landmine that's stuck in the disc arrow there for science. I gotta go. Buy a pizza and be somewhere else. So yeah, you guys go right ahead there. Let's see. Got a case weight. I think that's what I've got on the 7250. Probably get an AGCO weight. Yeah, I'm just gonna get another case weight. All right. Alright guys, I am going to start merging these together, finishing them out, and then we'll, man, I don't know if we'll get to planting tomorrow, maybe we will, but if not, we'll be back plowing and getting these all merged together and done. Some of these won't take too long, some of these, this one's just, you know, maybe 3 passes, and then we'll have this all merged together here, but this one will be quick. This one should be fairly quick. This one will be quick. This is the one that's going to take the longest, because there's a lot of new ground down there to plow. So I'll start working on a lot of this, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Remember, John's not streaming today, so you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Try to stay cool. I know it's hot. Stay indoors. Stay hydrated if you do have to get out. Yeah. And pretty much just stay cool. All right. Until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.